Mini Snowball Plecos. They're only about 2 inches long. They're in this little 10-gallon. Let's check them out. This is a simple setup. It's a 10-gallon. And I got just a little mini light on here. Got some egg crates in on top. Put a sponge filter in there. And I got an air stone to create a little extra current because these mini Snowball Plecos that only get about 2 inches long like a little bit of current going in here. Don't need a huge amount of space considering they only get 2 inches. And what I did was I actually bought some mini caves for these guys. These are smaller caves. They don't get really that big. And my understanding is that when you have plecos, you want them to be in a cave that's relatively smaller, or at least they have a tight fit. They feel a little more secure when the cave's a little bit snug for them. And I also got a couple clay caves that I've kind of made myself. And I just kind of put these in here. I put a little piece of wood in here too, so if they want to use that as a supplement for their diet. I had a bunch of wood in here and it looked way overcrowded and I wasn't even sure if they were comfortable with it. So I just put this one piece in here. It's a simple layout. I don't really put the light on here for a very long time during the day or at night. And I'll just put it on periodically. And you can see that they're in the caves, but you can also see it. They got those they're black and they got those white or / yellow dots on them. And they look really good. They look really colorful. I'm trying to get these guys to breed. I will put the TDS roughly at about 100. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll run the water at 100, maybe 150, and then I'll do a good clean everything out. And then what I'll do is I'll drop it. I'll put the water that I'm putting in new, I'll put as like pure RO water and see if that can actually stimulate some breeding. Haven't got any yet that I know of, but I really haven't moved anything around in here in a long time. So I try to keep everything real clean for the most part. It's a bare bottom tank, but that sponge filter is nice and dirty, so I know I got enough beneficial bacteria. But it's just a 10-gallon. I don't have to have a lot of space for these guys, but I really love the fact that they're so colorful, but they're really small. And I think they look really good. And I keep the water, I got a heater in here. I keep the water at about 80 to 82 degrees. And I want to keep that going at that temperature because I'm hoping that can get them to breed maybe possibly. That warmer water with that lower TDS and softer water. So have the tank at an angle here just a little bit so you can just see that it doesn't take up a lot of space and it does the job. And you can see that I just took a light and what I did was I clipped it onto the actual stand itself and I have it plugged in. And I'll just periodically just turn on the light. Don't put on a timer or anything. what I like to do is I like to supplement their diet besides the wood. I put baby brine shrimp in here. I put in larger size Daphne in here. I'll put a lot of protein pellets in here as well. Try to pack them with a lot of nutrients. They're primarily carnivores. Once in a while I'll put an algae wafer in here so they can nibble on that. But for the most part, they're more protein-based diet. And it seems like they're doing pretty well. I have 5 of these guys in here. And they seem to be pretty comfortable in this 10-gallon. So that wraps up the video with the mini Snowball Plecos. I think they look great. They don't require a lot of space. Hopefully I can get them to breed. 50% water changes every single week. A lot of water evaporation because I have so much going on with current and air stones and everything. Hopefully that helps stimulate some spawning. And keep my fingers crossed. Until next time, Fish Baby Daddy.